watching Peach TV4. This is Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is really about getting ready for the holidays and maybe some gift shopping, gift giving. We're at Richard's Bicycles on 119th and Harlem Avenue in Palos Heights. With us today is Chris Jamalis, and Chris is going to help us. Chris, I sought you on purpose. I need help. I've got a problem. We've got Christmas coming up, but in my family, I've got 6 birthdays and 2 wedding anniversaries from December through January, and gift giving and gift shopping it can be a real challenge. Fortunately, we do have some bike riders in our family, a range, some who are really dedicated, hard into it, some who are recreational, but maybe you can help give me some ideas to, find some gifts for those people. What have you got for us today?
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. It sounds like you have a busy season coming up, so let's see what we have for gifts or even stocking stuffers. Now, first, a couple of things that are pretty important. Obviously, you want to make sure that the bike doesn't walk off on you if you're going to the store. We could definitely do like a cable lock, or we have cable locks with a key or combination. And they even make a little bit heftier lock. It's a solid steel U-lock if you're locking it up in like a college campus where bikes seem to wander off quite often.
Good. So, yeah, variety of bike locks. Again, whether it's for maybe a little kid who's just going for a ride or going to school, or a college student, or somebody in an urban environment. Yeah, I've had that experience. You go for a bike ride, you want to pop in somewhere. Good. Secure the bike. What else have you got?
So, some other great stocking stuffers, something like this, where you have your seat pack, a tool, tire levers, and a pump. This is your little emergency kit in case you wound up getting a flat tire while you're out on the trail.
Yeah, this is a great one. Hopefully my brother doesn't watch this. Don't watch it, brother. I know this is on his Christmas list already, okay? Let's see, we've got several other items here in that kind of category. Bike maintenance item?
Yeah, something for a little bit of preventative maintenance. Again, you want to prevent any sort of breakdowns on the road. So something that will clean your chain, this tool here, you actually fill it up with a cleaner, and it clamps over your chain. And then you run the chain through this. You cycle it through a few times and it cleans it pretty well.
Nice, I like that. That might end up on my Christmas list. What else we got? What next?
Let's see. Any of our riders that are out late, whether it's dusk or turning into night, lights are a big important part of that. You got your tail light, headlight. This is my favorite one. This is actually 1,300 lumens. I have this light, and it's actually like you're driving around like a little car. So very helpful. You can put it on strobe or have it on solid.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Bike safety, I mean, anytime. If you're near traffic, I mean, obviously you should be well seen, the light. But also now the hours, if you're riding at dusk and you get caught in that time. Good. And I know you have a variety of those types of lights as well. Okay, good. A couple more of those types of items. What else we got?
Maybe if we're talking about safety. Discuss maybe somebody in your family that needs a new helmet. If we're on the subject of safety, this is the first one that comes to mind. We got a variety of colors. Black is always a big seller, or if you're worried about kind of getting warmer during the summer, a white helmet reflects the heat, so it could be a little bit more useful in that way.
Good. And again, a variety of helmets, variety of sizes. That's something they might need to check in that first, right?
Right.
Okay, how about, what's this guy here?
Well, again, one of our helpful tools here, tire pressure gauge. Anybody that's obviously going to be riding a bike and air up the tires at home, whether they have a compressor and maybe they don't have a gauge on that compressor, tire gauge will be quite helpful for them.
Good, and matter of fact, let's continue in that vein. I see this tire pump back here. I have that pump, or maybe not that one. I think I have the black version. That is a great air pump. Tell us about the features on this guy.
So this one's actually very helpful for someone who has either a high-pressure road bike tire, the real skinny tires, or if they have a fat bike tire. I know a lot of people have been seeing them on the streets these days where it's a super wide, like 4 or 5 inch tire. This bike pump will do either or because we have a switch on the back of the pump. It's for high pressure or high volume. Either way, this pump will be very useful to somebody who has a bike like that.
Good. So this pump would work a whole range of tires. I know you have, so I must have the black one because I don't have the real thin road tire. So you've got these pumps. I know you also have the portable pumps if somebody wants to just pack one with them, right?
Yep. Yes, we do.
Okay. How about what else have we got? How about these guys here? What is this? and I know what this is, but these are these are good.
When we were talking about hydration, we have our standard water bottle cage, or we have another water bottle cage here that actually adjusts. So if somebody's riding with a Yeti cup or Gatorade bottle, they can adjust it, and it'll clamp down to whatever size diameter bottle they have.
I like that. I didn't even know that was an option. I have that guy. I might add that to that second so I can carry 2 water bottles at one time. And you do have the Camelback here.
Yeah, even our Camelback water bottle, this one will keep cold things cold and warm things warm. So regardless of what temperature you're riding in, this one will be a little bit more useful than a standard bottle.
Okay, so we're talking insulated here, right? Okay, good. How about the gloves? Did we talk about the gloves yet?
Let's see. Actually, yeah, let me pull those out.
So we have 2 different types of gloves here, one with fingers, one without fingers. I know you have several more pairs of gloves. Talk about a little bit the different types of gloves.
Yeah, so this one's for somebody who's going to be riding in cooler weather, obviously a full finger glove, or if you have a mountain biker in your family, this will be a useful one for when they're tearing through the trails in the forest. If there's some overgrowth on the trail, this glove will protect their knuckles or fingers from getting torn up from any foliage.
Okay, and then here's the other one without the fingers. Why this one?
This one a little more conventional if you're in warmer weather, or if you have somebody who's worried about their hands and any joint pain. Well-padded glove like this will help regardless of what temperature it is outside.
Okay, good. All right, now maybe let's take a look at this guy. What's this guy and what's the point of it? Who might want or need that one? What bike rider might be looking to carry this thing?
Well, something like this. This actually has a clamp that clamps into the rack that we sell also. But a bag like this is great for a commuter or somebody who's looking to go out for like a weekend picnic kind of thing. But super, super helpful and a lot of storage if you're going to be riding a longer distance.
Good. So, good. Long distance riders, or maybe it's the commuter rider, right, who's going to and from work or school or something like that. Okay, good. All right. I think we talked the shoes.
Yeah, shoes. Shoes are super helpful for someone who's getting a little bit more serious about the sport because these actually clip into your pedals. So once you're clipped in, you're able to obviously push down on the pedal, but you're able to pull up at the same time. So as you're pushing down, you're pulling up, and it turns out to be a lot faster. So you get to pick up a lot more power wearing clipless shoes, actually.
Okay, good. I know my sister-in-law uses a shoe like that, and she loves it, absolutely. So we talked a lot of equipment, and obviously there's a lot more than we can show in this little segment here. You do have some apparel items, right? We got them in the background here. If like what's the difference between a bike short and a bike shirt versus like, hey, I'm just going to wear my regular shirt and shorts?
Right, so when it comes to biking shirts or jerseys, that's that kind of material that wicks the sweat away from you and helps keep you drier. Where a regular t-shirt, they would wear it every day, something like that will soak up the sweat, and it's not the nicest thing to be riding around on if you're going to be going for many miles. And in addition to that, shorts, forget about riding in jeans or regular khaki shorts. That can cause a lot of chafing for some folks. So once you get into bike shorts, they actually have padding on the inside and a chamois. So that's a lot more comfortable. And if you're worried about, oh, my seat's hurting me, get a pair of shorts. That's added comfort, and it'll solve that.
Yeah, that extra padding for sure. And exactly like you're saying, if you're putting in the extra miles especially, but also, yeah, dealing with sweat or whatever. We've talked about, we got a great variety of items here. People do ride in the winter. I can see in the background, we don't have to hold, but I mean, if somebody wanted to change the tread on their bike tire, they can put on like a winter tread, right?
Right, so actually winter tread tires or studded tires are a big help for those icy days. If you have somebody who's riding year-round and they're going to be riding their bike when it's super, super cold like that, obviously you're going to get ice. You need studded tires. It's the safest thing you could do. And actually, studded tires, yeah, they are more than a regular tire, but if you're a serious commuter, you definitely have to get them.
Okay, so that, we've got a great sample of stuff here. And when we go to bike stores, we think about bikes and probably bike helmets and some of the accessories. And you guys have all that. We've kind of saved the best for last, maybe, the actual bike itself. You guys have a nice variety of those. Why don't we take just a break, and let's take a look at some of the bikes you guys have. Okay, Chris, so we've talked accessories, we've talked equipment, apparel, helmets, the whole bit. Let's talk about what we think of when we talk about bike stores, bikes. And we've got a couple different types here. We've got this one right here, and we've got another one back here. You're going to talk about both. What's the one in front of you first? What kind of bike is this? Why might somebody choose this bike over another bike?
Yeah, so Dave, this is a real popular bike. This is considered a road hybrid. So it's for folks who obviously are on pavement only, no off-road, but very popular bike. Pretty comfortable, and it's a lot sportier than something like maybe a comfort bike. So it's a lot faster, good commuter if necessary. But yeah, this is a Trek FX. You can check it out on trekbikes.com or our website, ourbikes.com, for more information.
Okay, good. And that's a good point. There's a wide variety of bikes depending on the type of rider the person is. Like in this case, a hybrid or really meant for the road, right? Okay, so this is one possibility. Now this bike it looks like another type of hybrid, and there's something else going on here. If you can tell us what kind of bike is this? I'm going to guess, based on that thing in front, we're looking at an e-bike.
You guessed right, Dave. This one is, like you said, an e-bike. This is the Trek Verve, and this one is great for somebody who's, I'm too worried about the hills in my neighborhood. I don't want to. So this bike, get on here, and you have 4 different settings of how much power you're going to use out of the motor. You turn it all the way up, and it's like that hill's not even there. A lot of older folks love these bikes because it's more of something a little bit more suggestive to get you out and to ride more.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I did try an e-bike. You guys let me try one. I rode on the hill out behind the store here, and that was amazing. Riding up, it's, not a steep hill, but a gradual hill, and it was like the hill wasn't there. My wife just did a trip out in Croatia where like a 5-6 day trip, and they were, intense hills. Each day they're doing anywhere from, 25 to maybe 40, 50 miles. And they had all range groups on that, and there were several people riding the e-bike exactly for what you're saying, so that they could manage those hills a little bit better and still cover the distance. And it looks like this bike is accessorized out a little bit already, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This one actually has a rack on it, comes with a kickstand. Other things that are pretty common to throw on here would be like a water bottle cage, and you already have your fenders on here too. But one more thing I'd like to add to it is a lot of people are surfing around on the internet and they come across e-bikes that way. Well, that's great, and yeah, they're a little bit cheaper. But the thing is, once you purchase a bike off the internet, you don't have any support. Where's your tech support coming from? So if you buy a bike from us, especially a Trek model, we are certified to actually work on those. So if something ever were to happen where, hey, my electronics aren't working, you bring it into us, and we'll either warranty it or figure out another way to repair it.
And that's a good point. The maintenance and the upkeep of the bike, and you guys have been great. You have a great service department here. That kind of brings us into the next phase of this. So we're looking at bikes and maybe going to places, trying different types of rides. We've got a lot of great paths in the area, but maybe we want to venture out a little bit. So behind us, we have the bike rack, right? Let's take a look, and obviously there are several different types. Let's take a look at this one specifically, though. What's an advantage to this bike rack?
So something like this is my favorite type of rack. The older styled racks had 2 arms that came straight out, and the bike would hang from it. Well, inevitably, the bike's going to swing around a little bit on that. This one here, if you like your bike, you don't want it to get scratched, this actually cradles it by the tires.
So show us how this works. I see. So you're going to have a trail hitch for this one, or a bike hitch. Okay. So yeah, it drops down, and then you're going to press. And as I recall, this is pretty easy. It comes up. Good. And then how does the bike fit in here? Because I see a lot of straps, and we got all kinds of things going on. So if we put the bike in the tire holders here, I guess, I don't know, is that the technical term for it?
Tire holders or cradle.
Cradle, I like cradle better. Thank you. So it looks like it should be easy to do. Lift it, drop. I'm guessing these straps are going to, go through the spokes. And I do this on my own for my own bikes. I mean, it's easy to manage. You'll need to adjust it to, line up the tires, pull the straps through, and, you'll lock it in front. And then how about adjusting this arm here, Chris? What does that look like? All right. That's good. So you've got straps. Obviously, you tighten them all the way down before you got on the road. You can press a button to raise or lower these. Boy, that's nice. All right. Drop it down, lock it in, and you're fixed. And you're going anywhere you want. Okay, good. Chris, this has been great, and I love it. There's a wide range depending on, you know, the bike rider in your family or the type of gift you're looking, whether it's to help them get started on a bike or a new bike or travel with a bike or the gear. This has been great. I have some ideas for the holidays. You've helped me out quite a bit here. Thanks for being here, Chris.
Very welcome, Dave.
All right, this is PHTV4 Spotlight, and we're doing some gift shopping, holidays, and Mike's birthday is coming up. Thank you for watching, and good riding.